That's short range for this machine gun. You'll be firing first. Okay.
Yeah.
That's one hit. That'll do.
Miniature wargaming is a popular hobby. Some, but certainly not all, toy soldier collectors are active historical miniature wargamers or have an appreciation for miniature wargaming. Both hobbies share specific skills, including painting model figures, building terrain, as well as a love for military history. Today, we are going to be talking about Hotlead 2024, a Canadian convention for miniature wargamers. Hotlead 2024 will take place Friday, March 22nd through Sunday, March the 24th at the Best Western Arden Park in Stratford, Ontario. Additional details regarding Hotlead 2024 can be found on the event's website, hotlead.ca. Our special guest today is James Manto, who is the show chairman for Hotlead 2024. James, if someone were attending Hotlead for the first time, what should they expect to see and do?
They should expect a lot of excitement and enthusiasm. I mean, people have sort of commented that Hotlead is sort of the one person called Hotlead the annual general meeting of the Ontario Wargamers Club, and another person commented how it's just a bunch of friends that get together every year, and because Hotlead isn't run by a club, it's run by a group of friends, and this friend group is very scattered, and so for some of them it's their only time to see everybody, and so that I think that sense of enthusiasm and excitement and positivity translates into the rest of the. Unlike some of the, I mean, we're not a big convention by American standards. Although I do think that Canada having 10% of the population of the United States, and us having 300 people attending as opposed to the 3,000 at Historicon, this kind of makes us the Historicon of Canada. So, right. But that's just me bragging. So we can keep it friendly, we can keep it personal. Elizabeth, my wife, who does the behind the scenes pre-registration admin, she puts that personal touch on everything. And we have a online pre-registration to sort of beat the lineup for signing up for games. And she helps people navigate that, and she'll work with them if their first choice and their alternates are gone, and then they gotta, so we try to keep it friendly, which so far we've been able to do this is our 28th year coming up.
Can you give us an idea in terms of the number of games that will be on this year?
At last count, I had 73 open participation games, 5 role-playing games, and 2 tournaments. So, and I've got a third tournament. Hasn't sent me any details yet. That will hopefully be running on Sunday. And it'd be nice to get another couple of role-playing games. We try to hit all aspects of the miniature wargaming hobby. And we've got such a good coverage in historical periods and science fiction and fantasy and different scales, all from, we've got Strength and Honor, which is an ancient game with, basically a stand. It represents an entire legion. So they're very tiny.
Is that 6mm? Or?
Well, this guy does 2mm.
Oh, I've never heard of
it. He scratch builds the. I looked at because there's a company that makes sort of resin cast 2mm stands for this game.
Right.
But he makes them himself out of craft foam and paint, and it's amazing because you look at it and go, oh yeah, it looks like a legion. Then you get down, it's like, wait, what? You see how he's done it, and it's just like my gob was smacked. Yeah, and everything all the way up. We have naval games. We have several air war games, World War I, World War II. We have some American Civil War naval. We have World War I, World War II naval in different scales. So there's, ultra modern special forces raids to pike phalanxes fighting legions, and Napoleonic Fusiliers blasting at each other. So if you can't find something that tickles your fancy, I can't help you. There's no helping you, because there's something here for everybody. All you have to do is just sign up and be willing to. Great thing about coming to an event like Hotlead is you can try something different.
Right.
I myself and a lot of people like to, sort of, I'm interested in this period, or I've got a little itch for this period, so now I'm gonna play a game in that period before I decide to buy figures and buy rules and learn a new game. Or it's like, I'm interested in these new rules that have come out. But it's a good time for, I often like to try new rules when I go to a convention.
Right.
Something that's piqued my interest in a magazine, or I've heard the buzz about it on social media or whatever. Oh, these sound really cool, and and then you get to try them and get a little taste for them before you go and spend $30 buying a hard copy. So that's another great. It's a way to stretch your boundaries as a wargamer. The Bring 'em by on Saturday is very popular, because every hobbyist has their pile of stuff, right?
Right.
They've lost interest in, and you bring it to us. We, you put your prices on it and given us a sheet listing it, and you bring it to Joe and Rick and Pete and Paul and Pat and Dave, and I hope I haven't forgotten anybody. They take it from you, and then we sell it. There's like 6 hours of frantic feeding frenzy at the Bring 'em by tables, and then we keep 10% and then give you the money at the end of the afternoon.
I can imagine that for the first 2 or 3 hours, it must be absolute bedlam in terms of a crush.
Oh my God,
it's people.
It's crazy. There's people are packed 3 deep all the way around the 8-10 table. It's just insane, and they're constantly trying to keep the piles nice and keep things organized, because they try to sort things by okay, all the books are here, all the board games are here, all the miniatures. They try and I think they even try and group miniatures by period.
Okay.
But it's a constant fight because people are moving stuff around.
Right. So the major categories are figures, books,
terrain, any war games related. Yeah, so terrain, model kits, figures, books, painted armies, bags of unpainted figures. Yeah, books, rule books, history books. If you've got your collection of historical fiction that you want to unload, that's fine too. Bundles of old wargaming magazines, although price those cheap because they're hard sell.
Right.
So.
Well, and I guess there may be some people who are liquidating a collection. I'm thinking about if somebody's passed away and the surviving spouse.
I've got 3 tables, or is it just 2 this year? Yeah, we've got some people. They've just booked a vendor table, and they are selling a deceased friend's.
If people want to take a break and get something to drink or something to eat, what can you tell us about options for people who are attending the event if they wanted to take a break?
Well, yeah. There's a the bar opens 11ish, noonish. There'll be for Friday night and Saturday. Sometimes they even open it on Sundays, depends on their staffing levels. There's a bar right in the room, and they sell snacks. They sell sandwiches. They sell alcohol, soft drinks. There's water stations set up around the hall too. So some people, and you don't have to come and play. Some people just come and shop. Some people just come and schmooze with their friends. They just like to look at the games and take pictures and go home with inspiration for what they're going to do at home.
Okay. So I've stayed at that hotel before. I believe that there's a bar and a restaurant on the ground floor. So
yes,
is that another option?
Oh yeah. People. Yeah, the bar and the restaurant are sort of at the other end of the hotel from the Crailer Room, which is where Hotlead is.
Okay.
But yes, people will, get food there and take it into the hall, or they'll just go to the bar and hang out with their friends for a couple hours and have a good time. So
Uh, I, there's some incredible restaurants in Stratford. I mean, I'm talking about incredible restaurants.
yes, there are, and we've noticed that it's become more spouses are coming with their husbands or with their game.
Right.
I don't want to presume, but spouses are coming with their gaming partner, and while the gamer is in Hotlead running around having fun, they're downtown shopping. They're going to the nice restaurants. They're having a coffee at Balzac's or eating at the Mercer House or wherever.
I love the Mercer House. There's a great kitchen store sort of across the street from the Mercer House. It's down through.
We have all the kitchen gadgets.
Listen,
we haven't really looked for that. So but yeah, there are some neat shops. There's some nice bookstores. There's a great vinyl record store on Ontario Street and another one on Wellington Street. So
yeah,
we even have a game store.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
Stratford.
they sell Warhammer, but
Yeah, Stratford is a great destination for if for a tourist in terms of shopping and restaurants. It's very pretty down by the river there. What's the name of the river
the Avon.
Yeah,
because we're so original with our names.
How long have you been sort of the senior person organizing the show?
I took over in year 3. My friend Keith, who's now living in Chatham, he started Hotlead, and I helped as a game master. And then in year 3, he moved, and so I took over.
What was the inaugural year of Hotlead?
Well, it was about 30 years ago now. Yes, it was an anniversary of D-Day. Like, it was a year with a 4 in it. So I guess it must have been 94.
Right.
Yes, it must have been 94. We had maybe 12 games. We were down the hill at a place called the Victorian Inn, it's now a retirement home.
Right.
And considering the standard of the terrain and figures and stuff that game masters put out now, everything was very rough and ready.